Fire escape engineer's inspector summary video. We're here in Fort Lee. This is fire escape number 2 of 7. There's 2 more on this side of the building. There's a total of 4 on this side, 3 on the other side. Doing a fire escape confidence test in preparation for a load test. The code is the authority having jurisdiction shall accept by load test or other evidence of strength. The confidence test has proven that there's rust in a lot of the connections, so this fire escape is not ready for a load test. Failed the confidence test. And then the other evidence of strength is usually I would find changes in bolts, repairs. You know, over the lifetime I would have seen changes in these bolts. I've seen no evidence of any maintenance, only original hardware from the day it was originally put on, rust in all these joints and all these connections. 100% of all the treads are full of rust. All original hardware, so there's no other evidence of strength. This fire escape has got enough bolt changes coming that it's going to be a candidate for a refurbishment in lieu of a load test. Otherwise, we can spot repair all these connections, leaving behind, and there's not much left to leave behind that doesn't have rust in it, and then load test the whole structure. But because over 75% of these bolts are going to be gone, I recommend the refurbishment. Original hardware, square head bolts, square head bolts, square head bolts in the corners. Lateral load test for these rails, rust inside the sandwich between the channel and the railing. Paint, fire escape needs to be a paint job. Fire escape number 1 has a full detail of, in detail, everything that needs to be done, so I'm going to be a little quicker on this. But paint job, got lead on this fire escape, so we need to be a licensed renovator. I've got clips that need to change these bolts out. I've got welded connections in here that were supposed to be bolted, but they're not. So I need rebolting there. I got caulking that's peeling out. All this is water's getting in here. These need all to be duplicated as referred to in number 1. But basically, an epoxy bolt over here will not require us to open up this up. New epoxy bolt, 8 to 12 inches deep here, with a connection back to the original. Seal the original. New connection here, 5 inches away, to all the supports. The other option is to put a leg to the ground out there and a leg to the ground out there. You still have to seal this, and you can leg this thing to the ground. 100% of all the treads have rust like this. 100% of all these treads need to be rebolted. Remove the rust. Seal it with silicone. 100% of all these joint corners need to be rebolted. Otherwise, load testing or lateral load testing. Any welds need an x-ray. All joints must be sealed. Any joints against the building must be sealed. Any original hardware must be, on all major structural, must be rebolted in order to avoid the load test. All welded connections must be bolted to avoid x-ray and load testing. Now it starts repeating itself as you go down. Everything, all the treads are bad, need rebolting. Paint job on the entire fire escape, must be a licensed renovator. All work must be done with a permit. All these tiebacks, a lot of this caulking is old and it's letting water get back in here. The weight box must grease the entire pulley system. The cable's looking in good condition. Grease this entire pulley system. Must have a release arm on it so that it releases 2 to 3 feet per second when dropped. Again, 100% of the treads are bad. 100% of all the cement into the building is compromised. Let's see what we got here. 100% just repeats itself. See? Rust. Original hardware. There's no evidence of any maintenance ever other than a paint job on this fire escape. So, fire escape engineers inspector summary video. For great detail, fire escape number 1 has more detail, but otherwise we're looking at a full refurbishment. Every major structural connection must be rebolted. Every minor structural doesn't need to be rebolted, just needs to be confirmed. All the sandwiches of the rails are making rust, so I got to pop all the rails off, put them all back on. Put a release arm here so that you can release the mechanism so nobody can pull these ladders down like I just did. And you can either use a chain release or you can use a lever release that releases this and drops 2 to 3 feet per second by itself when it hits the ground. Any questions? Fire escape engineers, inspector summary video. Inspector Manessa's here, 866-649-0333.